Commence primary ignition.
Hey, this is Obi Tahi. I play Dr. Pershing, and you are watching the Virtual Cantina Network.
Hello, citizens of the Republic.
Hey,
That's your line.
welcome to another episode of Clone Wars Revisited. Hold on, where am I?
Yeah, what? Hey,
Somehow
everybody.
I'm on the wrong day, wrong channel.
I think this is I don't know.
This is not the same bat time and same bat channel.
It does not. The Holodeck Cantina Network. I don't know.
The holodeck, I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our sister channel where we hawk the track all the time.
We'll hawk the track every.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch Along. Tonight, I am with Mr. Skip Freckle. Skip, how are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Oh, busy as always. Just dealing with this because parents at home, so they'll never get let down. But no, everything is good.
I'm always amazed when I wear the Skip Ruckle one that so many people actually get that shirt, that they'll read the line underneath of it that says, of course I know him, he's me, and people get that one. The Skip Ruckle one is, it takes a little bit more explaining, but they think it's hilarious once they hear the story.
I think that when you get off the plane in Texas, which by the way, we're going to be in Texas in 3 weeks from today.
Just skip and a jump away.
You should be wearing one of those shirts. Absolutely.
I can do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So you show up like, oh my God, Skip Freckle, internet celebrity. No, but we're very excited. Like, yeah, everything is going well, but we are 3 weeks away from heading down to Frisco, Texas, where we are going to be part of a really, really cool Star Wars weekend over at Rebel ScumCon. Rebel ScumCon is at the Frisco Conference Center just outside Dallas from August 8th through the 10th. And we are proud to say that we are bringing in our very own Boonta Eve Special Edition. We got some incredible actors that are not part of con, as always, for an amazing after event brought to you by VIP Home Theaters. So engage your senses if you're looking to redo your home theater, like I know Ski Pruckle is. Go to VIPHometheaters.com, and they will be happy to help you out, whether it be your sound or your screen or building your actual own Star Wars theater. I mean, I've been in Skip's basement, and Skip's basement could honestly be its own theater.
It definitely needs a theater down there,
right? Absolutely, with all your collectibles around the big screen and all that, comfy chair.
Yeah, and got the sabers up, got the helmets up, got all the little collectibles. It's just a bunch of stuff all over the place.
I'm just saying,
it's screaming for home theater.
Absolutely. So we're doing a new program right now where we're watching shows that were heavily influenced by the wars. Last week, we watched a couple episodes of The Big Bang Theory, and tonight we're watching 3 episodes of The Goldbergs. Now, if you've not watched The Goldbergs, it's straight out of Gen Xer's childhood. It really is written like that and built like that. And also, it's written by Adam F. Goldberg, obviously the name The Goldbergs, but he was a writer for Fanboys, which was which is one of our channel's favorite movies. So you can understand the love of Star Wars in particular. We're going to be watching a couple episodes tonight, starting off with Season 1, Episode 22, which is called A Wrestler Called Goldberg. Moving on to Season 4, Episode 10, which is Han Unka Solo. And then Season 5, Episode 5, called Jackie Likes Star Trek. So it makes sense what to get to that. But like we said, we're going to be in Texas in a couple of weeks. And boy, what an incredible lineup, even at that con. I mean, you got some incredible Andor guests. You got some OG. You got some massive Mandalorian guests. I mean, is there anybody that you're looking at the list and you're like, okay, that's on my list of things I need to pick up?
Well, the Boonta Eve is just going to be fun, but meeting the original model from Mara Jade is going to be a fun one. Hey, Troy, what you do is go into Disney Plus. I just had to do the same thing because if you go into Disney Plus, then go to Hulu, there's no search bar. Go back to Disney Plus, go back to Disney's search bar and search Goldberg, and it will come up for you.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, obviously the Mara Jade, because I know when they announced Shannon, you had just gotten the saber from Mike, and I was like, "Oh, Skip's gonna get that signed." Yeah,
I'm excited about meeting Shannon. Mara I was so bummed when they killed her off in that series. I hated the whole Darth Caedus storyline, anyways. Making bad life decisions is what that one was all about. But in any case, she was a fun character. Coming, the hero, the reluctant hero that comes in from a different vein of the Force and the whole Empire story. So it was kind of cool. I really enjoyed her, and then her hooking up eventually with Luke, and then having their own child and so forth. I just hated that they used her as a death stop. But anyways,
I mean, I remember even going back to last year Rhode Island Comic-Con. She was the one that you were like kicking yourself for not going to con about it. You wanted to meet her, and this was prior to Saber coming out.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm gonna have a good time. It's just like I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a break from my real life. I want to go hide. Not that I didn't have a big hide this April in Japan. Took me about a day and a half to kind of get out of okay, I'm not working. I am vacationing. I am having fun. Let's have a good time. It almost took to the Boonta before I kind of finally relaxed and said, okay, I'm here.
It's very interesting about that you say that, because the thing is that we, over the entire week of us in Japan, we ran into so many people we knew, whether it be, at the parks or in the city or anything of nature, that it kind of feels like, okay, we're in a different country, but we're with people that we talk to on the regular and hang out with. It was like, well, I'm actually hanging out with these people in Japan. Like it didn't seem like it was so much of a big deal because we were all together, but we're all together like several times a year anyway. But we were together in Japan, which was.
Bridget was originally supposed to go with me to Japan, but she was dealing with some health issues and decided not to go. Figured it would be easier to deal with them at home than it would be in Japan. And people were like, well, you're going by yourself. And I said, I'm traveling by myself. I said, but I'll be with about 200 people I know in Japan. So I'm not exactly going to be lonely or by myself.
Exactly. So
and people are like, what? 200? I'm like, oh yeah, I know a lot of people. I said, there's going to be, what was it? Like, what was the final count of the visitors?
It was like 150,000 people.
It was like 150,000. I'm going to know 200 of them. Guaranteed. Yeah. And then there's going to be a few that know me that I'm like, yeah.
Because you're Steve Prucko, international, next level.
And Anthony Daniels had to do the same thing with me as I cornered him in the airport and said, hey.
Yeah, exactly. See, Tom said this. You have friends everywhere.
I love it. I love the fact that you can go to any con in the country and guaranteed there's going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 to 10 or 15 people at that con that you know.
I love, and that was one of the things I always try to say to my wife, is that it doesn't matter where we go in the world, is that we get to a point where we go to a con or we'll go to something and we're wearing our VCN colors or anything of that nature, they're going to recognize our racers. Like, they're going to recognize us to the point where it's like we can go anywhere and say, oh, yeah, I can meet up with this person there. I can go there. We go to Australia. We got, Peter and Michelle over there. Or we go to California. We got our own contingent. We go to Florida. We got like Mark and the Notmans and all those people. We go to Chicago. We got a whole slew. We got Texas. I mean, Texas is going to be ridiculous. The amount of like our family members that are traveling.
Family that's coming. Yes, so we have people everywhere. We're all over the place.
I think that's one of the defining characteristics of the VCN is that now we can be with our own anywhere we go to, and it doesn't mean that we might be planning it. It just happens that way, And then, I mean, I could say right now, and I'm sure you're not surprised, we have members who are flying in for Bunta and going right back to the airport after our event, not even going to con.
It's we're big time now.
I think it was after London.
We're internet celebrities.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I think it was like right before we did Bunta London. You said, okay, so we'll do Bunta and then we'll be VIPs for the rest of the week. And what were we? We were VIPs for the rest of the week.
It's like you do Bunta and then the next day you're walking through the convention with 150,000 people and people are going, hey, Spence, hey Skip, and like you're going, oh yeah, we saw the
were people like, weren't you the doorman last night?
Yeah. Everybody knows me because I stood there and everybody had to walk past me to get into Bunta.
Yeah. No, but we appreciate everybody's going there. And, our event in Texas is going to be absolutely incredible. We got some incredible guests, including the likes of Diana Lee Inosanto and Taylor Gray and Clone Wars Revisited very own Anna Graves. Notice I said Anna.
As I got schooled on that. That was so funny.
The was you had it phonetically. That was the best part about it. You had it written down phonetically right next to you, and you still got it wrong.
Yeah. I was like, well, no, it was Mark. Mark, it was like, it's Anna. So I'm writing, okay, I've got a niece whose name is Anna, and so it's ANNA. So I just took an N off, so I would make myself say Anna.
Right.
And then she goes, oh, you can call me Anna. And I thought she was like saying it when she said it. I swore that what she was trying to say is, oh, you can say, like people call me Scott and Rick and things that are close to Skip but not the same. And I thought she's just saying that to be nice. And then I saw her at the con just down the road from me. And she goes, no, really, my name is Anna. It's Anna, not Anna. And I was like, oh, Mark Van Olen, when I get a hold of you.
You see me in Texas. No, but it's going to be a great time. And, hopefully a lot of you are going to be there. I know that Troy's coming down and Tom, who are two members in the chat currently right now. Looking forward to seeing all of our members. But also, not this weekend, but next weekend, you guys are hitting up your hometown show.
Yes.
With the crew, which when Dave gets home, he's going to announce what the meetup is going to be over. But GalaxyCon Raleigh, that's got a great lineup this year. Yeah,
it's interesting because GalaxyCon has, the years that I've been there, because it didn't go last year, and that was mostly because we had the family vacation. It was so close to when that was going to be. I couldn't do them all down, but it usually has either a good Star Trek or a good Star Wars lineup or a combination thereof. This year they're doing the whole 90210, the vampire. What was the big vampire movie.
Twilight.
Yeah, they had a bunch of Twilight folks. Though Brent Spiner will be there. And I forgot, when I saw him in Richmond, I was standing in line with Liberty. She was getting his autograph in Richmond, and and she pulls out her Rebels poster, and I was like, fudge, because mine's sitting back in my closet, and I didn't bring it with me because I wasn't thinking
Right.
of Brent, and I could have got him to sign it. I'm like, son of a biscuit. So.
Well, also, you saved him from a very sketchy area last time.
It was so funny. I walked down through Richmond, and I was realizing that downtown Richmond was not the safest place to be. And so I went all the way down to because I had to get something from the pharmacy, and I'm walking back, and I'm watching because this road is straight as can be and flat as can be, and there's nobody out there, and I'm walking by, and there's this guy standing in a doorway, and I'm thinking, oh, you look sketchy as shit. And so this guy's walking towards me, and as we get closer and closer, I realize, oh shit, it's Brent Spiner. And I look at him like, do you know where you're going? He goes, yeah, I know where I'm going. He's like I'm wanting to hang out with him. It was more or less I was trying to say, be careful.
Right.
You're a lot more famous than me. They're more likely to give you a hard time.
When we met him at Rhode Island Comic-Con. I want to say it was probably either last year or year before. And I was with Mark and Ashley. And, obviously we were plugging the show and stuff. He's like, honestly, I hate doing podcasts. He's like, if you want to pay me, I'll come on. But I hate doing podcasts. And I'll probably come into podcasts and say how much I hate doing podcasts. So, like, all right, well, whatever, it's fine. But usually, you have a great contingent. It's like usually you and Dave and April and Dave Lewis and whoever else you run into while you're there. Yeah,
that's the Dave is he's such a quiet fellow, but I mean he goes everywhere. I run into him in let's see. What was it? In Dallas Fan Expo. I remember running into him there when I had taken my daughter-in-law was turning 30 that year, and so I took her to Fan Expo because what's this guy that plays Hu Yang?
Sim Yu. No, David Tennant.
David Tennant, and because she's a big Doctor Who fan. And so we got there, and she got an autograph and a photo op with him, and got to sit in his panel, which he was very entertaining in his panel. I went to that, and I thought, wow, that's pretty good. He's a good time. He's good at that kind of stuff. But yeah, no. And Dave is all over the place. He was in Japan. He was.
I didn't see him in Japan. He had tickets to our event. He didn't show up, and I did not see him the entire week.
I want to say, where did I see him? I thought I saw him somewhere. I was pretty sure.
I was like, are you sure you were actually in Japan? Because I didn't see you anywhere. I ran into so many other people, but I didn't run into him.
He was in London. He was, he's all over the place. He's always going somewhere.
No,
that's right. He was, did he go with us to, he was in,
he did the trip.
Chicago. He did Chicago, I think, because Hamill was there.
Yep. So he does a lot, and he also did. I know he was in in Japan because he went to Chicago and flew from Chicago to Japan.
Yeah, he went to C2E2 first.
Yeah. So, which is like what Joanna did. By the way, also I just want to let you know, Chicago fans, keep an eye out. Because some information might be coming about an event happening in Chicago in a couple of months.
Oh.
So wait till after Texas. I pressed it. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny. But anyway, don't forget, we are going to be watching the Goldbergs at the top of the hour. So please make sure you have Disney Plus or Hulu all queued up. First two. Season 1.
The thing I'm worried about is we're going not from season 1, episode 22 to 23. We're going season 1, episode 22, switch to season 4, episode 10, then switch to season 5, episode 5. I'm like, I am guaranteed to start the wrong episode on one of these.
It could be worse if you think you're watching Serenity, the movie, and you're really watching a 2-part TV episode.
I heard about this.
Yes. I'm like, wait a minute. What
This does not make sense. Nothing they're saying is making sense with this. With all
they were just nodding at me like, oh, he's probably ahead. No, I was watching the wrong show. So we're going to be doing that. But yeah, but a lot, like I said, a lot of great things are going to happen in Texas. The first United States appearance of Kyle Solar, Cyril Karn from Andor. So that's going to be really cool.
And hey, aren't we going to get Katie Sackhoff and Anna Graves together?
Oh yes, so they're going to be there. Certain things are going to happen that have not been announced yet involving those two. But yes, but there's also the Sackhoff show with her guest is VCN Hall of Famer Emily Swallow.
Cool.
So that's going to happen there. Obviously, I'm really excited. There's also going to be a panel. Sam Witwer and David Collins doing a Force Unleashed panel.
Cool.
So if you're a video game fan, you got Proxy and Starkiller right there. Incredible panels. I saw the panel. Yeah,
it was funny. We go to Anaheim, and I'm having Bridget go with me to all the photo ops. And we go to do the one with Sam, and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Excuse me." This is like Sam's the looker.
Yeah, well, but no, but there's some really, really good photo ops. Like Troy was just talking about the Katie and Sam Darksaber photo op. There's an Andor photo op. There is. Obviously, a great Mandalorian one, which is Katie, Emily, Tate, and Simon. But there's also one with Emily and Tate, which is going to be really cool. David Collins' podcast is so good. He's going to do a live version, actually, of the soundtrack show at Rebel ScumCon.
I got it. That's something I should take. I've got Giancarlo, Katie, and Ray Park all on my Darksaber. I should get Sam to do it.
You could get Sam on there. Technically, let's see who else was actually holders of the Darksaber that's going to be there. No, Katie and Sam. So yeah, you could technically get Sam on your Darksaber. Why not?
If I could get either Tia or Natasha.
Yeah.
To sign it, that would be cool.
Do you
I totally fangirl on Natasha.
I packed up my I got the HasLab Armorer bucket.
No buckets for me. No Funkos. No, I'm not taking.
Dave is thanking that he doesn't have to bring one bucket with him, but he's still bringing like 4 of them with him. He's like, son of a bitch. But no, there's a lot of really great stuff. I am actually bringing. I don't know if you have it, but I have the Ezra V1.
There we go.
For Taylor Gray, who is a guest at Bunta, which would be very, very cool. So there's a lot. But also, want to also talk about that. What's called that show? Celebrating Autographs is going to be back this weekend with Mark and Dave, and they are going to talk all things Bunta Eve. So they'll be talking about what you can bring, what things you get autographed, and how you can get a project done at Bunta, but also get stuff at Rebel ScumCon. Like, for example, I don't know, someone might have a Sith holocron. Get a Sith holocron signed by Sam and Taylor.
Yeah.
You know, you can get Diana.
Sorry, not a Sith holocron.
Yeah. You can get, a whole slew of, a Mandalorian piece. You can get Diana thrown onto a piece with Katie and Emily and Tate and Simon and all those people. You can do, Ahsoka. I mean, right there alone at our show, we have Diana and Nelson Lee, Senator Ziono, just Fawn Davis did an ILM piece with Fawn at our show, but you can get Lauren Peterson and Howie Weed and all those people over at Rebel ScumCon. So our show and their show really, really complement each other. And I'd be remiss also to say that our show tonight is brought to you by our good friends over at Galactic Pickers. For a more civilized age, look out for a really interesting review, hopefully really shortly, from Skip, of their Balin Skull Saber, which,
I will do a little preview of the aspect of these sabers that I love so much, and that is the let's see if I can get this up here, the app that goes with it. Now I may be dead on my saber control. There's just all kinds of things. You've got all the aspects of the saber. You can change colors. You can the drag, the swing, all the aspects of the saber can be turned on. Of course, I didn't think I was going to do this tonight, so I didn't charge up the saber again.
No, that's really fine.
But it is. This is one of the best things about this and you can go into all these different categories and get your saber to actually work. You can have it sitting on the wall and be turning your saber on and changing colors on it and freak your friends out. Like, did you touch that thing? No, I used the Force. I know. Actually, what I used was.
What's great about it as well is that the saber that Skip is going to be reviewing for us and for Galactic Pickers will be raffled off at Boonta Eve, Texas. So if you're looking to get a saber, and if you're lucky, you can have it signed by an internet celebrity.
That's funny.
Hey, why not? Right? You're endorsing it, so you can be able to sign it.
And it's if you're into Balin Skull, it's a Balin Skull replica saber. It's very well balanced. You can spin it. This is one of the ones, even though it has little danglies to it, that I have run an Obi Annie off of it, and it swings just well. And like I said, the fact that you can turn it on and off with and change. For me, one of the hardest things about these sabers is you've got a lot of them, like Crimson Dawn, Alter Sabers. The way you have to change the colors, you have to turn the blade off, then hit the button and cycle through all the different controls. And this is like a huge jump in its usability by being able to immediately just change the colors, change the effects that's it's projecting and so forth. This is, you're going to really dig your saber a whole lot better with this.
So here's a question for you. Obviously the what you talk about the Obi Annie is the behind the back spin that Anakin does. The Balin Skull saber is very much like a Claymore. You're able to do it with that big of a hilt.
Oh yeah, the hilt is what they did on that one was they got it up near the top, so that right where your hand is, that you've got to grab it, is clear for you to be able to spin it. So I can sit there and spin that one all day long. So I even though they designed it. So let's see if I can get this. Okay, here we go. So you've got let's see, in front of the camera. Here we go. So you've got the decorative pieces up here, and then you've got the, kind of grass. But right here where you want to spin that, where the balance is is very easy. There's not a lot of, even though there's a little bit of decorative pieces here, these are pretty small. You can get your hand around it and spin this no problem.
Awesome. Well, yes, Troy, there will be a raffle available at the Virtual Cantina merchandise booth at Bunta. It's 1 ticket for $5, 5 tickets for $20. So very affordable. But anyway, it's about that time right now. We'll talk some more as well. But please make sure you have your Disney Plus or Hulu set up to the Goldbergs season 1, episode 22. Skip, are you all queued up?
I am all queued up.
All right, so I'm going to start the countdown.
Woo.
I love the fact that, I mean, they talk about, obviously playing sports and stuff like in your basement when you were a kid. And
oh, yeah.
I mean, this is such a, I mean, the mother, Wendy, she's in like movies like Bridesmaids and like so many like other known.
Yeah, but you just can't tell it's her because that damn hair that she's.
I know. But that was a total '80s mom type of look, The Speak and Spell. And even the girl with the side ponies, and the outfits and all that.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I remember all of this.
Got the gym coach with the way too high shorts.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, it's amazing, and one of the things that obviously I love about this show in particular, but we talk about this all the time, is that in this day and age, everything that we liked as kids is popular again. Like it's culture, but we're like, yeah, we liked it when it was new, and now you like the kids today are like, oh, I love that, and we're like, yeah, we liked it too 30, 40 years ago.
Oh, here we go.
Like I watched I watched a video the other day that the Muppets Take Manhattan is 41 years old.
Oh, I can remember watching the Muppet movie in the movie theater.
Yep.
Hearing the Kermit singing the Rainbow Song.
Yep. But look, I mean, we were that kid. That's Adam Goldberg. But with the pajama pants, with the newspaper, with the saver on it, wanted to go and watch the show. The days of where we would sleep out on the streets just to go see a movie, as opposed to like booking on Fandango or.
Oh yeah. This is how it's going to go.
But you got that Nintendo controller in the back.
Oh my God! And the I'm going, oh, I remember when I thought that these kind of controls to a TV was high end, or where you press the buttons to change the channels versus when somebody would talk you into going and changing it to turning the dial all 13 numbers.
I was talking about this with my dad because I remember being at his parents' house, and they had that brown box that had multiple buttons on it, and then they had a lever.
ABC.
Different lever. It was like, okay, it was like 1 through 15, and then 16 to 30, but you had to go move it down.
You had to ABC or 1, 2, 3 and move it, and then you could change, hit the different buttons on it.
Or you had the coaxial wire that when you were going to play like your ColecoVision or anything like that, you had to press the slider down so it'd switch over to your video game system.
I love this. You do understand it's not that kind of wrestling. That stuff's not real.
Being an old school wrestling fan myself, and also was a member of a high school wrestling team, I can emulate, and understand that whole scenario.
Yeah, I forgot. It's like, okay, yeah, this is 1983, and sitting in a line.
When you look at it with the rubber masks and all that, and the different costumes before it was known as cosplay.
Oh yeah, no. See, I remember the.
He's 46. I mean, that's totally us.
Oh, the guy.
That's a really cool tauntaun, actually.
That thing is huge.
That tauntaun still looks better than the bantha in.
Yeah, the guy that's playing him, what's his name? Isn't he? Oh, he looks very familiar.
Who's the grandfather?
No, the guy that was on the tauntaun.
Okay.
Plays on, what is it? 911.
Reno 911.
Reno 911.
You always get the father who thinks that you're a moron and can't do anything right. I remember, and this is embarrassing to talk about, but I remember I was on the wrestling team in 8th grade, and my mom came to one meet, and the match before mine, someone on my team broke his collarbone, and I got pulled for my match.
Your mom was like, nope, that's not happening.
And I'm like, going to practice on Monday was not fun.
My mom was not that soft on me. Bloody fucking Warbucks.
Yep. She curses all the time. They always put the 8-bit sets over her face. What's funny about this is that they call her a smother.
What just happened? You have to learn Annie.
It's amazing. Look at Mr. Pibb.
No, yeah. Cola, otherwise known as Coke. She just named Indiana Jones. Yeah, see, another guy from
he said he brought a chair.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Sherry. Sherry's got Hulu commercials.
Look at the dad.
This is amazing. Oh, Tim Lennon. That Thomas Lemon. That's what the guy's name is.
Yeah. Yep.
And he actually gets in costume for all Comic Cons now in his Reno outfit.
This is gonna be hilarious.
I mean, who didn't like jump off their bed like a flying elbow and
Oh yeah.
Get me a 2x4. Was he Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
I have a problem.
Amazing.
And his head popped right off. I'm a grown adult man.
Yeah. The blasphemy. We're at 15:30, Sherry. I still can't believe he ripped up the poster. I used to love that movie, that video game.
It's like my most funny.
Like the fact that she actually had like muffins or on her hair.
Quit trading recipes. It's a final countdown time. Cool cosplay.
I know, right?
I was expecting to wrestle your mom. Crazy.
Look at those effects. The wrestling buddies. So that was the end of that first episode. What'd you think, Skip?
It was hilarious, and it was cute. It pulled in the Star Wars in a way that was sweet. The sister actually admitting that she actually liked that or liked the movie.
Yeah, but I think one of the reasons I wanted to use that episode in particular was because we can all empathize and remember how we want to go to the theaters to go see a Star Wars movie when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
What was the first one you saw in the theater?
Oh, I saw A New Hope in the theater. Summer of '77. Charles Street Theater. Came in and we met my Aunt Tracy and her husband Dave at the time, and we're kind of getting ready to sit in, and somebody this is back in the days when you could go to the movie theater and you could just sit through the next showing. You didn't have to leave. Right. And so somebody who had been there was sitting with us telling us, "Oh man, you gotta watch it. This is so cool." And seeing the Death Star for the first time, and then jumping into hyperspace and the trench run. Oh my God. My head's this when I go into when I watch the trench run.
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't remember? I mean, it doesn't matter which movie you saw for the first time, just remembering going to the theaters and feeling it. I mean, we're spoiled right now in the Disney Plus era, but there is nothing like Star Wars in the movie theater.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. I said, look, I obviously saw these movies when they first came out, and I said the one thing that you have to understand is, even your generation, Spencer, kind of grew up with these kind of special effects, and is like when we saw Star Wars, that was the first time we'd seen that level and that quality of special effects, and it was like, holy shit! That's why it's so special to those of us that saw it for the first time, because we see all this stuff now, all the sci-fi movies, the Armageddon, this, that, the other. They all have great special effects, but there were no special effects. Lucas invented so much of this crap, or his crew did.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's really interested in seeing some really great documentaries about this ILM, the special effects, watch Light and Magic Season 2, which talks all about moving from the original special effects and visual effects of the original trilogy all the way going into the prequels in the digital era.
Yeah.
An update. So it's really, really good stuff. But also want to plug as well is that please make sure that you queue up to season 4, episode 10, Han Anka Solo. That's going to be the next episode we're going to watch. We'll watch in the next couple of minutes. But also want to, while we're here, talk about a couple of things. First and foremost, we are almost at 99,000 family members here at the VCN, which we greatly appreciate. Once we get to 99,000, we will have a giveaway of an 8x10 signed Hayden Christensen autograph from Ahsoka, given to us by our good friends over at Twin Cities Comics. Go to all your different accounts, make an account, and once we get to 99,000, we will be giving away this great autograph. And we got an amazing 100,000 giveaway as well once we get there. So take a look at that. Also want to plug as well all of our great sponsors over at Boonta Eve, Texas. Thank you very much to our title sponsor, VIP Home Theaters, along with Art of Wigs, Galaxy Pickers, Columbus Hue, Long Live Mouse, Coverdale Candle Company, Travels Bazaar, and Treasures, My MTA, which is our international travel agency, Agent Jennifer LaSalle, Andy's Boat Repair and Mood, and of course, as Skip was talking about a little bit earlier, Galaxy Pickers. These are the sabers your mama warned you about.
Yeah, so, this is how you'll spend your money.
Exactly. So you go to galaxypickers.com. You can get the Dark Empress, which is, you can see up top, which is the Sith Ray, the Emperor's Hand, which is Mara Jade, and Ahsoka, right there. But yeah, but like we said, we're going to be there in Texas in 3 weeks. Skip, Dave, and a bunch of the crew will be at GalaxyCon Raleigh next weekend.
MVO.
And of course, we have our meetup over at San Diego Comic-Con at the Ace Porter Bar on the Saturday night, July 26th. We had a great meetup last year. Looking forward to seeing a lot of our members there this year. But, a lot of great cons, a lot of great things. Rhode Island Comic-Con just announced today Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So another great Star Wars person who's going to be there on top of Brendan Wayne and Dinah Lee and Santo and the cast of Starship Troopers, which is really, really cool. I love that movie.
Starship Troopers reminds me of what was the one that Tim the Toolman did the spoof on Star Trek.
Oh, you mean like Galaxy Quest?
Yeah, Galaxy Quest I watch Starship Troopers and I think of Galaxy Quest. It's like just over the top, stupid humor sci-fi.
It's amazing how like a lot of people that we know, like at ILM, like Fawn Davis, who's going to be at Boonta Eve, worked on Galaxy Quest. So like a lot of our friends who were part of the ILM team that worked on all those ships and everything, which is pretty cool.
As Anna would say, Boonta Eve.
Boonta Eve, exactly. Also want to plug as well that we have our Top Gun jackets. There are our jackets for this summer and for the fall on sale right now until August the 15th. You can get your name on it and get our Top Gun inspired logo on the back of it, which is really, really cool.
Very cool.
Yes. But so we're about to watch season 4, episode 10. So please make sure you get that all queued up.
Are we doing a countdown?
I'll do a countdown. Let me know you're ready. You set?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, the toy catalog.
Yes, God, I remember that. That's hilarious. The legend is true. And I have not seen this episode, so when I say this, this is not a spoiler, but just a guess. And it's not the holiday special.
Oh, it is a holiday special, and it's exactly how it's going to turn out, exactly how you think it's going to be. Isn't it the one with the bear?
The plane. What's funny is you can see that we went from season 1 to season 4, and how the child actors are getting older.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Jewish guilt trip. I know it all too well.
Yeah. Sure.
I forgot how much I love this episode. How they tear apart the holiday special.
It's funny how Dad is the is the character that leads you to logic and the truth.
But it's funny how he's saying about all that, about being, losing his childlike innocence at age 6 and stuff. And here we are, in our middle ages, and we're more Star Wars fans than we ever were in our entire life.
I just can't get over that hair.
Right?
The perfect Hanukkah song. And out jumps Adam Sandler.
Right? Hello. Soon, Adam Sandler. Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Donnie Wahlberg and Cabbage Patch Kids and the funny thing about that song is that it's not public domain, so technically it's illegal to sing Happy Birthday.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, someone owns the rights to that song.
That's hilarious. Check out those boots she's wearing. Ghostbusters. It's riddled with logic problems. I've been reevaluating my whole life because I saw the. Don't even get me started on Java or Jaws 4. Or it's a fish. Fish don't hold crutches.
I would kill for like half those posters, like songs lose their I don't know anything when you're reading the words and don't know the tune.
Drop the beat. I just can't get over him. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. The great bearded one.
Foxy Leah Thompson. Howard the Duck. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. Made by the same guy.
I think it's hilarious that
That's
he
hilarious.
loses faith from watching the holiday special. So to renew his faith, they take him to see Howard the Duck.
This is a great story. Oh, the horror of the holiday special, and then turn around and go, "We'll watch another great movie. This will, reinvigorate you." Howard the Duck. That just fucking cracked me up.
Wah, wah, wah.
Not gonna happen. No
Yeah.
reinvigoration from Howard the Duck.
Nope. Besides Star Wars, what was like your favorite movies when you were growing up?
Oh, I loved Indiana Jones. I was just as big into that. Did you see that they might be coming out with the Last of the Starfighters 2?
They don't need to do that. That movie is so good by itself.
I love that movie. Tron was a great movie. I remember watching that in the movie theater. That was another one of those ones that when we're watching, the duck is like E.T. He wants to go home. It's not that bad. Yeah.
I got a commercial.
Oh, you got a commercial?
Yeah.
I managed to miss the commercial so far.
Oh, lucky. That's okay. But yeah, I mean, Last Starfighter, I watched that a couple weeks ago and I have it on DVD. It still holds up.
Oh, The Night of the Comet. Did you ever see that?
I did not.
It's like that the storyline is that the comet, like there's this big comet coming close and everybody's all excited about watching the comet and they're having parties and everything. Well, apparently as the comet comes through, it exposes you to radiation and turns everybody into like zombies, that are actually dying. They're not zombies like going to stay zombies, but they're zombified. And the only people that didn't is if you were in a steel case, like some kind of steel building. So these two sisters were in two different locations, but we're in steel buildings. And it's like the end of the earth, and we're rich because we've got, there's this, at the end of the movie, she's like, one of the sisters is making a fuss about the fact that she's, can walk in the middle of the street because there's nobody there to drive and hit her. And then all of a sudden, here comes this BMW. And he's the cute guy, and she's like, "Oh, so excited!" And he goes, "I have 23 more of these at home because he stole all the BMWs."
Oh, jeez.
But
One movie that I like a lot, and I think we'll probably have to save this for movies we're thankful for, is the movie Explorers
Explorers.
with Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix,
Yes.
when they build the spaceship called the Thunder Road. All right, I'm back into the show. I'm in the middle of the choir concert.
Well, I'm not to the end of it yet.
Okay.
Put a little love in your heart. I remember seeing that one in the movie theater.
Scrooged?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me too.
And believe it or not, I actually saw The Christmas Story in the movie theater when it came out.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you're old.
56.
I love Scrooged.
Hmm.
A certain point of view. See, that's it. If you don't move your childlike wonder,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we spent thousands of dollars to go to the other side of the goddamn planet.
Okay. Well, for those of us that didn't have commercials, we'll jump into season 5 and get all prepped up for our last episode while we let the commercial folks catch up with us.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I don't care if he went back and he liked Howard the Duck. That movie still is horrible. Okay, so we're going to move on to season 5, episode 5, which is called Jackie Likes Star Trek. But thanks for everybody who's joining with us right now. We greatly appreciate it. If you're on right now, please make sure you have that all queued up. Skip, are you all queued up?
I'm queued up. I'm queued up and ready to pop.
All right, I am going to start the 10 seconds.
Before the internet.
We has issue.
I can remember the times before cell phones, before the internet.
I remember when the internet first started. I was in college and started building my first websites. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh my God! Did you just see that? Oh God!
And the girl who plays Jackie here is Rowan Blanchard, who is the lead of Girl Meets World.
Who's walking? I love it. The girl he thought was perfect, and she's a Trekkie.
Yep.
Emperor. That's how you get out of a ridiculous conversation.
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminds me of in some ways? Mark Truex and his wife, because his wife's a huge Star Trek fan and he can't stand it.
Really?
Yes.
The Ouija board. God.
You gotta love the Ouija board.
Let's bury.
This episode is actually directed by Leah Thompson as well.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I love this. He's got no pants on, and she's got the Halloween costume. Dad's like, don't do that. His eyes, he's like so serious. Oh my gosh.
The costumes with the masks that like cut your face open.
How to be a shell of a man. Dampening down your rage. The wisdom of all married men.
Yep. He's got some points there.
I know your wife's in the other room right now.
Star Trek 4. Why would you want to watch it?
Be kind, rewind. This one's funny.
See, but Star Trek 4 is awesome. If Dave was watching, he'd be like, "That's not really torture."
God, I remember that in school. You know, the couple that broke up every like 2-3 weeks and then got back together and that's hilarious.
You think our wives are like that too?
Oh, hell yeah. This is going downhill fast.
Yep.
Two crazy people.
What's wrong with movies about toys? A giant towel sounds actually pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like big towels. Yeah, I'm up for one, but let's give that a shot.
You gotta love unrequited young love. But anyway, thank you everybody who watched along with us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. I do absolutely recommend, uh, you know, continuing to watch on. I mean, this show is great. Like I said, it reminds me so much of our childhood and everything we watch. But I greatly appreciate Skip you joining us tonight.
Yeah, those were some, kind of reminded me of old TV shows and old movies. It really was cool.
Absolutely. So just a reminder, everybody, that we have some great meetups coming up in the next couple of weeks. Meet up with Skip and Dave and the crew at GalaxyCon Raleigh. We'll have some information about whether their meetup is going to be in the next couple days or so. So look out for that. Also, don't forget we have the meetup over at San Diego Comic-Con at the Ace Porter Bar, which is where we had our meetup last year. Literally right over the tracks and very easy to get to if you're going to the con. And of course, don't forget that Bunta Eve in Texas is coming up very, very quickly. We will be in Frisco, Texas on August the 8th as part of Rebel Scum Con. And you can come see a whole slew of us. Most of the VCN office will be there, and we'll be doing live videos and interviews and a whole bunch of things. But don't forget that we are brought to you by VIP Home Theaters. If you're interested in getting your own theater hooked up in your home, go to VIPHomeTheaters.com to go for your own free consultation. And so, Skip, but besides, like, let's just say this. Besides all of us hanging out and running another successful Bunto, what are you excited about with Texas?
Oh, just the people that are going to be there. It's a great selection of Star Wars characters and producers and content folks. I mean, it's going to be great. Have a good time. It'll be a good party. We'll get to hang out. The best thing about all of this is we get a big chunk of the family together and we have a good time. So I'm looking forward to that the most.
That's what I always love. And I think that, I always say that I might have friends that live 20 minutes to a couple hours away from where I live now, but I am more apt to meet up with you guys in Texas or go down to Asheville for a weekend. And it makes to me, that's more fun, I mean, in actuality, is it more work? Absolutely. But is it worth it? Way more worth it to me than driving 2 hours to go see somebody that lives 2 hours away from me.
Yes.
And the thing is that it's just like you said, it's a big party. It's all of us hanging out, and it's all of us honestly gearing up for. We always talk about when we go to do these events together. Okay, so when's the next one?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, when are we going to do it again? Because that was a blast.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be an absolute blast with all of us in Texas. Like I said, great lineup, great panels. The biggest Bunta to date. So we are half sold out right now, which is going to be great. Great food specials, good drink specials. Just come and hang out with us. Live band, karaoke, DJ Elliot's going to be spinning. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We greatly do appreciate it. And give an idea as to what you guys want to watch next week. Reach out to us. We're always looking for content, here on the VCN and all that jazz. But from Spencer and Skip, may the force be with you.